Okay, Wes, you ain't going to be the first, but you might be the second. So let's get in there with our new weapon and our new summon and see if we can't actually best Radahn this time. The new weapon is the heavy thrusting sword that you get from Commander Gaius, the heavy sword lance. Well, it's the sword lance, but we've made it heavy because unlike most Remembrance weapons, you can actually change the scaling on it. And it upgrades with smithing stones rather than sombers. Which makes me wonder if Gaius was always supposed to be a Remembrance boss or if they changed it down the line. But yeah, we'll give that a try and we'll use our new summon as well. Oops, I forgot to drink my flask before I went in. It's a good start. Come on, Taylu, the Golem Smith. Yeah, great start. Yeah, you do some tanking for me, friend. And we'll jump in and see how this new weapon goes. That's coming to us. Very well. Yeah, I'm hoping this guy is a bit sturdier and will survive into phase 2. But this warm-up attempt, not going well with regards to flask usage. I'm liking the damage though. Thrusting attacks are apparently good against Old Radahn. And that seems to be the case. Yeah, you do your big holy. I'll piss off over here somewhere. Taylor will just stand in it like a doll. But the main thing is, he's staying alive. Yeah, none of that grab. None of that move either. Ouch. Not a lot we can do about that one. Taylor is now no longer staying alive. Ouch. Which means we're probably boned. Ouch. Yeah. I kind of lost track there of when he was attacking and when he wasn't. I could have probably got a flask in somewhere. If Taylor doesn't work out, that's fine. I do have a second summon, which I am prepared to try as well. They're already leveled up and they're good to go. But the blade is doing well. Maybe we'll look at our talismans as well, because on Sammy, although we didn't get Radahn killed on Sammy's first try, we did find that offensive talismans seemed to be good. Now, you're going up in the sky, you're throwing that at Taylu, hopefully. Good. Ouch. Radahn has been nerfed at this point. This is the 1.14 version. It's not fixed the fundamental brokenness of the boss fight, in that phase 2 is still utter crap. But it's kind of better. Right, we'll go this way. Then yeah, you do that. Maybe Taylor won't get caught in it this time because... No, you do. Now, can we get off a stagger with some jumping attacks? Seems like the answer's nay. And then, yeah, a combo just wipes us out. Very well. Maybe we'll try the other summon. Maybe something a little more offensive is the answer. Let's also just quickly check our talismans though. So we've got, yeah, we've got defensive talismans on. Do we have any offensive ones which could work? We've got Claw Talisman, but maybe we just don't have that much in the way of good offensive talismans. Yeah, we'll keep the talismans the same for now, but we'll try replacing Taylu with Horned Warrior, because I've heard positive things about said warrior. Also, I'm going to take off Miquella's Great Rune. You can use it in Phase 2 to... Basically, there's a thing he might do in Phase 2 that we've not yet seen. But given as we've not bloody seen it, I'm just going to take it off my bar and just stick to 2 things on there. Yeah. Come on, Horde Warrior. Yeah, we don't want any of that hitting our summon. And thankfully it didn't hit us either. Although our summon has taken a bit of damage, so... Where is he? Why is he just standing in the door? Is he having the same issue that Ornus was having? Why are my summons so silly? This is not the debut that Horned Warrior was supposed to have. Look, he's just doing nothing. And he's not taking aggro either because of the whole doing nothing thing. Which means this attempt is probably botched. Oh wait, did he just wake up? He did. Amazing. I guess now he's going to go into Phase 2 with a bit of health, just because he's not taken as much damage in Phase 1. But we've taken all the damage, so it swings and roundabouts. And actually, yeah, he is taking quite a bit of damage in Phase 1. Let's go this way. Ouch. Now he does this big thing just as we drink a flask, so we're probably going to get stunned. No? Good. Oh, that was aimed at us. Yeah, you do a grab attack on the summon. That's fine. But yeah, there's too much AoE. Our summons are just dying. And we're also dying. Glad we avoided that though, because... Yeah. Yep, too many attacks, not enough time to respond. I think Crimson Seed might be good. Maybe we take off Holy Protection, because that's only Phase 2. Do we also use a Great Rune at this point? We've got 16 available, so... Why not? We've got lots of the buggers. Now let's see if our summon decides to actually do anything this time. Yeah, it does. Good. Can we heal? We can. We need another heal though. And another. Oh, did we get that heal in time? I don't think we did. Right. Let's just cheese it. We're not even looking at the boss, but we know where we need to be, which is not near the bugger. Yep, dodge that. This is promising. Get off a double heal just cause. No, is that a double or is that a single? That's a single. Okay. Does the old cross slash? Yeah, summon is surviving well, which is nice. And we got a crit. This attempt is going well. Can we keep it up? We got this move. Now, we want to be far away from our summon so we don't both get caught in it. And what happens is we get caught in it anyway. Now he's doing a combo. Piss. Yeah, that's going to hit us for sure. So we'll stay in it. And then maybe we can get off a jump attack or maybe a stab. Oh, he's grabbed us. Shit, if we dodge that. Although he's almost dead. Why is he not dead? Why is he not dead? There we go, he's dead. Jesus, we did it. Whew. And we got the remembrance that we forgot to look at on Lulu. So yeah, combination of things there. Different weapon, different summon. The nerf in the patch. And a bit of practice, bit of experience. And before you know it, boss is down. In the Circlet of Light. And Wes has become the second to best the boss. Staying true to himself and being big and strong. And also summoning people, because summoning people is helpful and nice. Just want to have a quick run down the stairs, because it's possible that we missed a bit of loot on Lulu. Just want to check if it's around and about where I think it might be. No. So apparently, if you do everything with Anspac, maybe Wes didn't do everything with Anspac. Either way, Anspac can drop his loot once you've bested the final boss, and once you no longer need it because you've finished the game. But I was kind of wondering if it was going to be around and about somewhere. It seems not, but I'm pretty sure that Sammy did it. Did everything that Anspac needs. So maybe Sammy will, in fact, be able to get that gear. But as for Wes, you're done, mate. Well done. Good job, you big sausage. Now go and relax. Yeah, maybe we'll look at plan... It's not plan B. It's just another plan. We're back here at the ruins. And somewhere in here there's a recipe for a hefty rock pot that we can fling at our foes. Apparently that's rather effective against old Radahn. So maybe we try and find that. We've got 4 hefty pots available to us. I don't know exactly where it is. I know it's near one of the entrances to the place. It certainly doesn't seem to be up here. And I feel like Cherry might also require this strategy if she's going to actually get the job done. So, practicing it on Sam is probably a good idea. Yeah, these 2 spears, when they're in blood mode, will just bleed an enemy in 2 strikes. So the fact that we weren't getting all that many bleeds on old Radahn just shows you how resistant to status effects he is. Not completely immune, as I complained about with Elden Beast, but still. Oh, come on. Why did my attack not come out? I mean, I could at this point just look up where the item I'm looking for is. But I don't know. I feel like I should find it naturally myself. I feel like that's more appropriate. I'm already using other people's strategies to best the boss, assuming this allows us to best the boss. So actually finding the damn thing of my own accord seems like a good idea. Right, we got items for days in here. That one's a smithing stone. That's not the one. Yeah. The age-old FromSoft strategy of let's just roam around at high speed. Oh, fuck off. But these guys are specifically designed to counter that strategy, so there we go. Okay, I've caved in and looked it up. And it's a good thing I did, because it's not, in fact, anywhere near where I thought it was. Hoop. It is in fact somewhere near the Spirit Spring. I only half looked it up. It was only a casual look up. So there is that at least. How does one get back to where the Spirit Spring is? I mean, jumping on that roof worked, so maybe doing the same again would work. Just work our way back down to ground level-ish. So that's leading back into that area. Yeah. The instructions I hastily skimmed said something like, go at the Spirit Spring, and then you'll find it nearby on a wall. Okay, looks like old Sam might have not busted this one open yet, so we'll just give it a crack. Now we should be good to go. Boing. And then we're looking for a wall. Perhaps. Unless we have to jump in a different direction. Aha! It's an item, that's for sure. Can't seem to get it. There we go. Great Potentate's Cookbook 9. That is probably the one we need. Hefty rock pot, good. Item crafting, pots. What do we need? Fly mold and scarlet bud, so we could make 3. Where do we get more scarlet buds? I mean, that's enough for an attempt. Oops, that's probably going to kill us. Oh well. Let's have a quick ride around here just to see if there's any on this top floor. Cool. So potentially we could get a couple and then respawn and get a couple more. That seems tedious, but it could be done. So what we need now is fly mold. And I think I know a good spot for that. Let's see. Let's start Recluse's River upstream. Yeah, this place is generally teeming with flies. Maybe downstream would have been a better sighting ground. Work my way back up. We'll see how it goes on this first little run. And then if we can get enough for one Radahn fight, that'd be cool. You lads. Good. Ouch. Now we've got High Arcane, but we might also have a Silver Scarab. Do we have a Silver Scarab? Yeah, we do. Let's pop it on a set of Crimson Seed. Now, you there. Would you like some spears? There we go. So there's loads of these little buggers around. And they go down easy. Oh, we've been gripped. They swarmed us. I guess at this point as well, we can just pop on Taker's cameo. Just to keep us going. Minimise the risk of getting wrecked by a whole group of the buggers. Do we jump across the other side now, or do we drop down? So yeah, the fact that that Sight Grace is down a bit means we might miss out on a few if we use that one. But then from that Sight of Grace we might be able to double back and get to the grave pad. Yeah, we can get over here. Good. So maybe that lower Sight of Grace is the best bet. Well, then we've got Deathbirds over here. I thought it was more flies. But if it's Deathbirds, that's not much help.